Welcome to your comprehensive interactive study breakdown of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. This timeless tragedy explores the destructive power of love, fate, and societal conflict. To excel in your exams, you must go beyond plot and connect language, structure, and Elizabethan context to the play's key themes: dramatic irony, patriarchal oppression, and the tension between destiny and human choice. Let's map out the core concepts. Dramatic irony is central. We know Juliet is alive in the tomb, making Romeo's suicide deeply tragic. Oxymorons in Romeo's early speech reveal his artificial love. Foreshadowing appears early when Juliet says her grave may be her wedding bed. The lover sonnet at the feast connects their love to fate, while iambic pentameter elevates noble speech. Finally, Tybalt's hubris drives the conflict. Now examine a critical source, the prologue. It is a sonnet that tells us from the start that the lovers are star-crossed and will die. This creates dramatic irony because we know their fate while they remain unaware. When Romeo says "I defy you," stars in Act 5, our prior knowledge amplifies the tragedy. Always mention this when discussing dramatic irony in your essays. The tragic structure follows a clear sequence. The play opens with a street brawl, then Romeo and Juliet meet and marry in secret. The turning point is Act 3, Tybalt kills Mercutio, Romeo kills Tybalt leading to banishment, and Lord Capulet forces Juliet to marry Paris. In Act 4, Juliet fakes her death. In Act 5, a failed message causes Romeo to kill himself, then Juliet wakes and kills herself. Each step is driven by fate and human error. Let's work through a typical 6-mark question. For full marks, first identify the dramatic irony. Romeo sees Juliet's body but we know she is asleep. Then, analyze the effect. Romeo's suicide becomes doubly tragic because it is unnecessary. Finally, connect to Elizabethan ideas about fate and the great chain of being. This shows examiner that you understand how Shakespeare crafts tension. Watch out for common mistakes. Many students simply retell the story. Instead, focus on how Shakespeare uses devices like dramatic irony, oxymoron, and iambic pentameter. Another pitfall is forgetting the context. Mention patriarchy when discussing Juliet's limited choices, and fate when analyzing the prologue. Also, be precise with terminology. Dramatic irony is not the same as foreshadowing. Always embed quotations and explain their impact. To wrap up, master these essentials. Dramatic irony drives the tragedy. Know when it occurs. Use oxymoron to analyze Romeo's early love. Always bring in Elizabethan patriarchy for context. Remember the plot sequence: Act 1 meeting, Act 2 marriage, Act 3 turning point, Act 4 potion, Act 5 deaths. Link each scene to language and structure for top marks. Now you're ready to tackle any exam question.